You do the crunches, you do the sit-ups, you hold the plank until your whole body starts shaking, and your stomach still looks exactly the same as it did 3 months ago. So you do more. More reps, more sets, more burn, because more has to be the answer. It is not. And here's the part that is going to annoy you. Your abs are already there, right now. As you watch this, you are not missing them. You are not too far gone. You have a full set of abs sitting under your stomach, fully formed, doing their job every single day. You just can't see them. And the reason you can't see them has almost nothing to do with how hard you train them. Let's start with the lie you've been sold. The lie is simple. Do enough ab exercises and abs appear. Crunch the fat away, burn the belly, carve the six-pack. It sounds logical. You want abs, abs are in your stomach, so you train your stomach. Clean, obvious, completely wrong. Here is why. Abs are a muscle, just like your chest, your arms, your legs. They are not a special body part with special rules. And like any muscle, there are only two things that decide whether you can see them. 1. How developed the muscle is. 2. How much fat is sitting on top of it. That second one is the whole game. Because right now, your abs are not hiding, they are covered. There is a layer of body fat between the muscle and the outside world, and that layer is the curtain. Crunches train the muscle behind the curtain. They do absolutely nothing to the curtain itself. And this is where it gets worse. You cannot choose where your body burns fat. You can train your stomach for 5 hours a day, and your body will still pull fat from wherever it feels like, in whatever order it decided before you were even born. Your stomach is not a separate tank you can drain by poking it. Fat is one big fuel reserve for your entire body. When you burn fat, you burn it from the whole tank at once, a tiny bit everywhere, not from the spot you're working. This is why the guy doing 1,000 crunches and the guy doing none can have the exact same soft stomach. The crunches were never touching the fat. So let's talk about the mistakes, because you are probably making at least one of them right now. The first mistake is spot reduction. This is the belief that working a body part burns the fat on that body part. It is the reason people do endless side bends to kill love handles and endless crunches to flatten the stomach. It does not work. It has never worked. Your body does not send fat burning to the muscle you happen to be using. You can feel the burn in your abs all day long. The burn is the muscle working. It is not fat leaving. Those are two completely different things, and your stomach knows the difference even if you don't. The second mistake is thinking abs come from the gym. They don't. They come from the kitchen, and I know you've heard that phrase 100 times, so let me actually explain it instead of just repeating it like a fortune cookie. Visible abs require low body fat. Low body fat comes from your body using more energy than you feed it consistently over time. That is a food problem far more than a training problem. You can do the best ab workout on earth, walk straight to the fridge, and erase the entire point of it in 4 minutes. The training built the muscle. The eating decides whether anyone ever sees it. And here's the part nobody wants to hear. This takes time, real time. Your body fights to keep that lower belly fat because for most people, that is the last place it wants to let go. The stomach is usually first to fill and last to empty. So even when you're doing everything right, your abs are often the final reward, not the first. That is not your body betraying you. That is just the order of operations. The people with visible abs didn't find a trick. They were patient while the curtain slowly came down. The third mistake is the opposite problem, and almost nobody talks about it. Some people get lean, finally drop the fat, look down expecting a six-pack, and find a flat, blurry stomach with no definition at all. Why? Because they spent all that time losing fat and never actually trained the muscle. Remember the two things: fat on top and muscle underneath. If the muscle underneath is thin and untrained, then even with the curtain gone, there's nothing impressive behind it. Thick, developed abs pop. Weak, ignored abs look like a smooth wall. So no, the answer is not zero ab training. The answer is that ab training builds the muscle, fat loss reveals it, and you need both, doing their own separate jobs. Now watch what changes when you understand what your body is actually responding to. Your body does not care that you trained your stomach today. It does not reward the location of your effort. It responds to two signals and they are separate. The first signal is tension, applied to the ab muscle over time, the same way you'd grow any other muscle. The second signal is an overall energy deficit, applied to your whole body, that slowly lowers the fat everywhere, including the stomach, eventually. One builds, one reveals. Neither one can do the other's job, no matter how badly you want it to. So here are the fixes, and they are almost insultingly simple. Train your abs like a real muscle, not like a punishment. A few focused sets with actual control and resistance beats 500 floppy crunches. Then, separately, handle the fat. Eat slightly less than your body burns, lean on protein, keep moving, and be patient. Notice I did not say starve. You cannot crash diet your way to abs, because when you starve yourself, you burn off the muscle that makes the abs worth seeing in the first place. Slow and steady actually wins here, which is annoying, but true. Here is a simple test you can run this week, and it will settle the whole argument for you. Do your normal ab workout. Feel the burn, the whole thing. Then, right after, pinch the skin and softness over your stomach between two fingers. Can you grab a layer? That layer is the curtain, and you just spent your entire workout behind it, not on it. That pinch is the proof. The work you're doing is real, but it's aimed at the muscle, not the cover. The cover comes off at the dinner table, slowly, over weeks. Once you feel that for yourself, you stop expecting crunches to do a job they were never built for. And this is the bigger lesson, the one that goes way past abs. Your body does not respond to where you aim your effort. It responds to the signal you send the entire system. You can't out-crunch your diet the same way you can't out-curl bad form or out-train bad sleep. The body is one connected machine. It reads the whole message, not the spot you happen to be poking. Abs were never a stomach project. They are a whole body result that happens to show up in one place. So let's go back to the start. It looked like your abs were missing, like you were the one person who trained and got nothing. But your abs were never missing. They were never even hiding from you. They were standing right there the whole time, behind a curtain you kept trying to crunch away. Stop crunching the curtain. Pull it down the only way it actually comes down. And one day you'll look in the mirror and realize the abs were never the hard part. The patience was.